Welcome back, everybody, to the G and Fin Show here on 92.1 FM Rebel Radio. We are going to get right back into the sports. We haven't really talked about it much. We didn't get to talk about it late last semester with so many different Ole Miss sports and just the end of other seasons going on. But now it's midway through the NBA season. We just passed the All-Star break. This past weekend was the All-Star break. So, John, what do you think? We go through the winners and maybe even some of the losers from the All-Star break.
Well, first off, I think as far as a win, maybe not a winner, but a win, the new format for the All-Star game,
Oh, yeah.
I thought was fantastic.
I loved it. It was something where, with most All-Star games, you just kind of, you half watch it sometimes, or a lot of the time it's background noise. And if it's the Pro Bowl for the
You
NFL,
don't even watch.
You don't watch. So, yeah, I really enjoyed the new format. And I have to say, part of why I enjoyed it so much, it seemed like the players were actively going out there to play.
Yeah, they were going out playing and having fun.
It wasn't something where it was just like a second dunk competition of who can do the most impressive things.
No, and it wasn't super casual, but it wasn't super...
It was like a good game of drop-in.
Yeah.
It was something where you could just sit back and watch it, enjoy, and say, okay, look, these guys are actively enjoying themselves while they're playing a game of basketball.
Yeah. But on a more serious note, as far as the NBA, who do you think's trending upwards? Who do you think's trending down?
So, apart from just all this from the All-Star game, and we can just run through those real quick after we get through some of the bigger trends in the game through the ending part of the first half of the season. I just want to start. The East is bad. The Eastern Conference is horrible. They've got two teams in the playoffs right
They're
now
below
that are
500, aren't they?
Yeah, it's not good. Like right now, 1-8. We've got Milwaukee, Toronto, Boston, Miami, Philly, Indiana, Brooklyn, and Orlando. Both in the playoffs. Both are under 500.
So a lot of room to make it if you're in the East.
Like,
you do not need to win a lot of games.
But here's what's even worse to me.
And you'll have an easy path, too.
Yeah, you'll have an easy path if you're one of these top teams.
It is not a deep conference.
No. Here's what's even worse to me, though. Orlando is the 8 seed. They're 24-31. Washington is the 9 seed. They're 20-33. They're 3 games back.
Okay, so I don't quite understand this entirely.
How do you mean?
Just the lack of parity.
Honestly, I wish I could be more helpful with this, because the Eastern Conference is so horrible, and then the Western Conference is, for the most part, decent. From top to bottom in the West, you've got L.A., the Lakers, Denver Nuggets, the Clippers, the Jazz, the Rockets, the Thunder, the Mavs, and the Grizzlies.
And all great teams, but all teams that are going to have a tough road through the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because they got to play teams like themselves.
And thing is, the other two teams, or the teams that are sitting kind of on the bubble, is Portland and San Antonio. They're both either 4 or 5 games back of the Grizzlies, and they both have every opportunity to make up that difference. And then even then, you've got the Pelicans who are a half game back of the Spurs.
Yeah.
I don't understand what the NBA can do to make it to where you have two good conferences instead of just having one that is absolutely awful for the most part. And the thing is, I say for the most part because the Milwaukee Bucks are the best team in basketball right now. They only have 8 losses on the season.
Yeah.
You've got that at the top.
And you know what? While you mentioned Memphis and you mentioned New Orleans, who's your rookie of the year right now?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. So,
if it was today, who would it be?
Today, right now, Ja Morant.
How many games does Zion need to play at this level to convince you to put him in over Ja Morant?
The rest of them. Every game. Can't miss a single game.
The same level of production?
The same level of production, if not better. Because at this point, to me, Ja Morant has, one, been extremely surprising. Because I knew he was good coming out of Murray State, but I didn't know he was this athletic.
No one knew him last February.
Like, he's incredible. And thing is, people wanted him to do the dunk contest. Honestly, he could have won. Well, he maybe could have won the dunk contest with some of the things that went on with this year's dunk contest, which I guess you might as well just tell you what happened with that. Derrick Jones Jr. of the Miami Heat won the dunk contest, beating out Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon was robbed again.
I don't know how this always happens to him.
Did you see the clip of the last dunk that he pulled off?
Yeah, it was incredible.
He jumped over Taco Fall. And
Taco Fall at a UCF?
yes, and do you remember how tall Taco Fall is? I'll give you a hint. He's the tallest man in the NBA right now.
He's above 7 foot.
Yes.
He's like 7'4".
He's 7'5". Just think about that for a second.
And he dunked over him.
He dunked over him, and this wasn't something that he didn't push off. This wasn't a dunk where he grabbed on Taco's shoulders
It was
and
clean.
pushed off. He just got over him. He almost Vince Cartered him, but Fall ducked out of the way. And if you know, you know.
So Aaron Gordon, he also had 4 dunks with perfect scores. Still lost to Derrick Jones Jr. in the final round.
Yeah.
He said he's not going to do the dunk contest again. I don't blame him.
No, I don't blame him either. And I don't know how true this is, but this is just kind of what I heard. Maybe a little conspiracy theory going on with the dunk contest. Keep in mind. Do you remember who the one judge that changed his score a little bit from the Derrick Jones Jr. dunk?
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, it was a Mr. Dwayne Wade. What team did Mr. Dwayne Wade play for the most part?
George, you know I'm not a big basketball fan, my friend.
Oh, you should come on. That's an easy one.
Is it the Heat?
Yeah, it was Miami.
All right, I knew it.
So yeah, you got it. And Derrick Jones plays for the Heat. Supposedly, don't know how true this is, but supposedly, this could make things a little interesting. The judges, after seeing Aaron Gordon jump over Taco Fall and just dunk, they said, okay, we'll give them the exact same score as Derrick Jones so they can dunk again. Okay, fair enough. They'd been doing that all game. And the only judge that changed their vote was Dwayne Wade.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, there really doesn't need to be drama coming from
The NBA All-Star game?
All-Star break,
Yeah, but come on.
mini games.
There's
Like,
gotta
could you
be a
imagine if
little
there were a
fun.
controversy over the NFL Pro Bowl dodgeball?
Like
Like
if
Jarvis
someone-
Landry never caught the ball
Yeah, or something.
because he didn't make a dodgeball move.
Or if, like in the accuracy competition, like somebody stepped out of the pocket or something like that, and they're like, his like pinky toe is out of the pocket, so he's out of bounds and doesn't count. But either way, besides the point on that one,
Anyway, dunk contest drama.
dunk contest, trash. Other ones, 3-point competition, surprisingly, Buddy Hield won that one. Devin Booker originally was not chosen, ended up being the finalist to go against Hield and put up 26, which is a more than respectable score from 3. That's really good. He probably should have been in it from the start, if you ask me, but
Yeah.
that's just me. Skills challenge, the skills challenge in the NBA is kind of funky. It's a little weird. It pretty much pits big men against guards in just kind of like an overall skills competition. And interestingly enough, no guards moved past the first round this year.
Wow.
Not a single one. And then the final round ended up being Bam Adebayo against Domantas Sabonis, and Adebayo of the Miami Heat as well took that trophy home. What was probably second most fun, because, like I said, I really enjoyed this All-Star game this year. It was really good. I love the Rising Stars game. It's just a lot of fun every year to see the top young talent in the NBA kind of just battle it out and have some fun out there.
Yeah. Seeing Ja just dish it to Zion over and over.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Like, if those two ended up on the same team at any point in the league, like, could that be the next big two?
They used to play together in high school.
Yeah, they
They used to
did.
play together on a team with Devontae Schuler in South Carolina.
Did they actually?
Swear to God.
Awesome.
Yeah, they actually interviewed Zion and Ja about it, and they were saying, like, just how crazy it was to be a household name in the NBA now. And they were saying how crazy it was the guys they looked up to, and Zion named Devontae Schuler as one of the guys he looked up to on that team.
Wow. I mean, that isn't to say
I just
anything.
thought it was such a fun connection.
Yeah, that is. Like, that isn't to say anything negative about Schuler. But, I mean, obviously, I think, even though the two of them looked up to him a little bit, two of them might have been a little bit better. Just a touch. What? Anything on that one?
You know, who knows if he'll turn into a first-round draft pick in the next couple weeks.
See, the thing is, I don't know if it'll be... In this case, could you say not just first round, but number 1 or number 2 overall pick? Because
yeah,
that's kind of what we're
I'll
talking
take what I
about.
can get at this point if Schuler's going to the draft.
Yeah, true. But those are just some of the highlights. The MVP of that game was Miles Bridges from the Hornets. Good for them. They had an accolade this year, a single one. Don't expect them to get any more. And then of the All-Star game, Team LeBron won that one by 2, 157-155.
In a thriller.
Really good game. I just can't stop talking about how good of a basketball game it was.
The new scoring format was a lot of fun.
Especially with a lot of the proceeds going to charity.
Yeah.
Like that
It gives
third
them
quarter.
something to play for that's not selfish, but still like exciting, and you want to win it.
Exactly.
For your team.
And kind of just how it went. The game was down, actually really, really down to the wire. Team Giannis led by 9 going into the fourth quarter, but Team LeBron came back and ended up winning on an Anthony Davis free throw. That's the thing. I know
It's a little
lot
weird.
of-
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, a lot of people were saying...
It's a little weird that it can end on a free throw. Like
Yeah.
a walk-off free throw.
But at the same time, it is still a work in progress.
And it did make it exciting.
It did. Because, I mean, if AD missed that, Team Giannis had every opportunity to score one basket and win it. It was
Yeah.
a one-basket game.
Yeah.
And not so interestingly, very, very fun, the most fun player in the NBA won the MVP. If you couldn't take a guess from my voice,
It's Kawhi Leonard.
it's Kawhi Leonard. Uh-huh.
I think his family just doesn't even know he's in the NBA. Like, they just think he has kind of a weird schedule, and he'll just get home from work in, like, sweatpants. Like, how was work? Like, it was okay. Like, just won the NBA Finals.
Yeah, like he gets home.
And, like, goes home to finish the episode of Scrubs he started.
And like he's just like casually just like has like a hoop on the other side of the
He's got, like,
living
a
room or
bottle of
something.
sparkling water to celebrate.
Yeah, he didn't drink or anything. He just kind of was like celebratory LaCroix instead of regular water.
But, you know, he is fun to watch play.
He's
he,
great.
He absolutely did earn that All-Star MVP. Great performance.
And there are just a couple other kind of storylines going on in the NBA right now. I just kind of want to go through some other things. You know, some things as usual. Some not so surprising things. The Knicks are bad. The Hawks are bad. The Cavaliers are bad. Golden State is currently still the worst team in basketball. Don't know why I'm so happy about that, but I'm kind of happy about that.
Hey, George, I'm going to
Yes.
interrupt you with some breaking news.
Ooh.
Ole Miss has thrown a 13-0 no-hitter.
Yes, there we go. That's what I like to hear. No-hitter. Combined no-hitter between Nikhazy and...
Nikhazy, McDaniel, and Kimbrell.
Nice. Nice. Any relation, do you know? Any relation to Craig?
No idea.
Okay.
No idea.
That's something we can do a little research on and bring to you next week. But
But yeah, Nikhazy with 6 innings,
nice. I
96
like that.
pitches.
96 over... Actually, well... that's a little bit high to put on the arm, but... I mean, no hits. Can't
Yeah.
put it
Can't
past them.
complain too much.
Yeah. But just back to the basketball. Golden State's still the worst team in basketball, while Steph Curry and Klay Thompson are hurt. They traded Andrew Wiggins, or traded for Andrew Wiggins, I should say. They traded D'Angelo Russell to Minnesota, and Minnesota is going through their own kind of issues. They're the second worst team in the Western Conference, and we'll have to really wait and see. I had it marked down that we'd have to wait and see how Karl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell would get together and play well together. But we're going to have to wait even longer because now Karl Anthony Towns is out for at least 2 weeks with a fractured wrist.
Oof.
Yeah, I think that's all you can really say about that. If Minnesota had any sort of hopes for any level of success this season, those are likely dead now. And just other things, as per the usual, Lakers are killing it. Clippers are killing it. The Bucks are killing it. Giannis is killing it. Giannis is looking like an MVP candidate again, averaging a 30-point double-double.
Averaging.
Averaging 30 points, 15.8 rebounds a game.
And he's having games significantly better than that.
Yes, Like, I've seen games where he's putting up 50.
Every other game he does better than that, which is incredible. Meanwhile, in college basketball, Ole Miss is struggling. Heartbreaker against Missouri. Great game.
Oh, yeah.
Really great game. But Tyree had the ball. We were down 3 with just a couple seconds left. The guy fell down in front of him, and Tyree missed.
I'd venture to say the game against Kentucky was honestly a little bit more of a heartbreaker just because Kentucky...
Yeah.
I'd say
It was
Kentucky's
so
a lot
close.
better than Mizzou.
No, Kentucky's absolutely better than Mizzou.
But-
But Mizzou is a must-win.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I think the only way Ole Miss has any... The tiniest chance of doing anything, other than maybe... honestly, they might not even go to the NIT this year. If they don't make a splash in the SEC tournament, it's over. You know, there's no way.
I think hopes for the NCAA tournament are gone. Realistically, we'd need a win out.
Yeah.
I don't see that really on the table, which is a bit of a shame. But, sophomore year for Kermit Davis, lost a heck of a player to the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah.
So, it's growing pains. I think, at least I'm seeing a lot of things to be hopeful about on that team. I think C's been a great upgrade at that position. I think Schuler's continued to perform well this year, which is a shame that we're not going to have him for too much longer.
Nope. Same with Tyree. Tyree and Schuler are both both our senior guards. They'll be leaving the program in the near future,
so
which
Kermit-
is a shame.
But you know what? If those guys can show success beyond college, I think that's a big recruiting plus for Kermit Davis.
Oh, yeah.
Went to the tournament in his first year, which obviously recruits want to go to a school that consistently goes to the tournament, but if you did it your first year, there's a pretty good chance you're going to be able to perform to that level.
I mean, I would like to think so, especially once you start being able to recruit more.
And build your system.
Exactly, and build your system within the program. But I think that's all I have for basketball. Anything else come to mind for you?
For basketball, not exactly. I mean, we'll see how the rest of conference play shakes out. We'll see how the SEC shakes out. I think Tennessee and Kentucky look a level above the competition to me.
Even above LSU and Auburn, who are both playing very well this year.
I would put LSU and Auburn in kind of a 1B tier.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's
I
kind
can
of
get behind that.
those two, and everybody else.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
But beyond that, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how the rest of it shakes out. We'll see how the tournaments shake out. And I'm excited to watch March Madness, even though we're unlikely to be in it.
I'd say unlikely is a adequate statement, but we'll see. We'll see when we get there. That's how we have to take the rest of this basketball season. We'll see when we get there. We'll see what happens when we get to Nashville and play at Bridgestone against the rest of the SEC again.
And we'll remain cautiously optimistic about baseball until proven otherwise. We
Yes.
know we will be, but we don't know when. So just hang in there.
Yeah,
That's the only advice I can give you for being an Ole Miss baseball
hold on to
fan.
your seats, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I can really say.